try and at least protect the bomb. The remaining 3 players from ENCE need to come back though and find their way through in this round. Spots out the head, missed opportunity. Shane ducks back into cover. Doto at least going to put things a little bit less in the Izako Boars' favour, but they still have a mounted decline. Beautiful from Dicha. Beautiful at that. He's able to find a quick kill, drop through the fence, and now things are back level. Shui, Stomp, and the one and only. With 50 seconds on the clock, they're going to have to hold towards B, because ENCE have only just retrieved the bomb, and the aggression might just be caught out from Stomp. Depending on the time that Spinks holds the angle, he might be decapitated, missed shot. The conspiracy, it's not just a theory, it's reality, because it has whittled past the head of Stomp. And now the Izako Boars side can play defensive. 25 seconds. ENCE are going to edge out towards B. We're yet to see them go towards the Alpha Bomb site, but third time's the charm for them. They aggress on out. Spinks with one. Shui, no way. Caught out. Spinks, too smart for that. He knows the play. And the one and only 1 versus 3. 3 kills already in this game, in 2 rounds, but he's going to need to find 3 more. Does spam out the first, feature low HP. Spinks drop to the floor, but Doto, the Desert Eagle, reigns supreme. ENCE find a second. They score themselves highly in front now. 3 rounds played. It's been back and forth so far. As now, the Izako Boars side left to invest once again. The question is, though, can they continue? We saw Izako Boars pull up the upset. Or pull up with the upset, I should say. As now, Izako Boars look to regain their second. Their way back into this round. And oh, Shane. Nice first shot. Alu hits the deck once again. Molotov towards Spools. Shane needs to find a second, but Doto's MP9 overpowers that of the Desert Eagle. The $700 pistol cannot find the second. Snappy, going to pump in those digits. And now, Izako Boars. They are level in terms of players. The weaponry not there. And by the looks of things, they have no kit. Shui going to swing wide, and Snappy into the jaws. Shui falls. He finds himself a second. Spinks up close as well, waiting for the flashbang. It's perfect as he finds himself one more. Mono, same position. However, will Spinks expect it? He will not. And he'll even make it his second. Izako Boars 1, ENCE 3. Very good start. The Polish squad forced onto the eco, forced onto the pistols. 6,247 people currently on Twitch chat watching ENCE's debut within the scene. The new roster, of course. Eagerly waiting. What is their next step? And it looks like it's going to be B once again. They haven't tried A yet, and they've given Izako Boars no confidence on it. As Alu picks up the first. Oh, Alu! What a one-tap from the depths. He's going to continue to tap on down, try and find one more. In fact, he finds it through the wall. And with that, you blink and you miss it. Alu, snappy aim, but it's just Stomp remaining. 1 versus 5. My word. A Stomp. The USPS. The Neo-Noir. But he's sent into the Neo, into the shadow. Black out, because Doto's hit him through the wall, and with that, ENCE find 4. And let's get a replay. I'm hoping this is the one-tap. Alu's first shot, nice. Entry. Second shot. Bang! That is disgusting. That makes me grin watching Alu. Unreal. Back into the action we go. As for now, grade on 3 towards top middle. Shui spamming down towards connector. Stomp. 15 points of health removed off so far. The question is, though, can he do it again? Can ENCE make a fifth? Snappy swings wide into the jaws of Shane. He's good for one, but not good for two. Sure, at least there, and Snappy finds one more. ENCE crumbling the B bomb site once again. They've got it in their hands and they're squishing it to a pulp. Because my word, are they getting pummeled towards B? Shuey gonna spam and try his luck. Now, don't count Izako Boars out of this one just yet, because they're a mean, menacing machine, and you think that ENCE might have this in their pockets, because we've seen time and time again Izako Boars can pull things off. As I try to hype them up in the 2 versus 4, they will just run away towards the A bomb site. They want nothing to do with this round. And I see Virtuoso in the chat. One tap. Indeed. What a one tap that was last round. And it seems to be there are a lot of ENCE fans in the chat right now. But what a roster. While we have this moment, let's just talk about ENCE. Their entry. Their debut. And it's right here. Of course on Snow Sweet Snow. What a shot. Unreal. And ENCE make it 5. In 6 rounds, they 5-5. That is unreal. Beautiful performance. Molotov is going to deny ENCE of any form towards A, but fortunately for ENCE, it seems to be that they are going to hold towards their B default once again. Shots rattling off across the map. And Arlu, you best believe he's found the first. Into the 5 versus 4. ENCE transition more towards A now by the looks of things. Arlu going to fall away with the AWP. Shuey out towards top connector. Holding towards the short flank. But unfortunately, ENCE have already wriggled their way out towards long toilets. All the way through long already. As in fact, AK shots rattling off Deecher. Gonna try his luck once again. Shuey swings wide, finds the first decapitation towards long, but Deecher gonna sum things up nicely and tie it in a lovely bow for ENCE to try and deliver the package for their 6th. Molotov towards Bank, Mono, finding the first. Spinks at least with the trade, and now Doto gonna swing wide, the one and only 1 versus 3. Finds the first, AK in hand. Don't count him out of it just yet. Smoke gonna be deployed towards short. AK spam on down, and he's found the second. Through the smoke, he finds it. The tracers give it away, and Arlu with the AWP left in the round. The veteran finds the shot, nearly Izako Boars scrape their second, but once again, Arlu turns up. Unbelievable. Seven rounds in, and it's ENCE on T's side that have found 6 of them. Molotov deployed towards B. There will be a nade sunk in deep, but Arlu, tucked away, will not take much damage. And once again, nice shots, Deecher. Tagged up, and Shuey's positioning might actually compromise the default, but Arlu, too smart. Shuey, is he going to run into the crosshair or not? That's the real question. And I see a couple of you asking what the caster is. It's not DK Trim, it is EU_retro on Twitter. Hopefully we can get that changed in just 2 seconds. However, Shane, up close towards Monster. M4A4 in hand. Izako Boars on a buy once again. Steps being made. Deecher spots out the man. ENCE, they're too smart. They realise. Shuey dropped to the floor. Izako Boars once again the man down. And by the looks of things, even with the man advantage, they play it slow. They play it smart. And this is where Izako Boars can actually pull things back. Doto's going to spam on through. Izako Boars double stack towards Monster could be detrimental. And they have to triple stack towards B because, of course, Mono sat towards Hell. And as Snappy aggresses, he might check one way, but he most certainly won't check the other. As ENCE now try and capitalise. Spots out, nice shot, Alu. No way. Shane spots out 2. Guns them both down, and it's looking great for Izako Boars. 1 versus 3 as Shane triples up. It's Spinks alone now, and he has to do everything. And Mono's going to deny him of anything. Izako Boars make it 2. Very well played. As we jump back into the action now. Aggression. Deecha finds the first. Or Deecha, excuse me. The trade, the swing wide, and Doto's found it. And now the B-bomb site exposed once again. Mono gonna rotate towards heaven. In fact, Ops against it is gonna go towards hell. Stomp. Gonna try and launch a nade towards the back of the bomb site. At least the bomb goes down. It's 3 versus 3. Grenade now landing, and that's done substantial damage to Alu. And the AWP of Stomp has claimed another soul. 2 versus 3. Needs to find it. Spinks, lightning fast reactions, does find the first. He's still got to find 2 more, but at least the AWP is still within this picture. As Alu picks up 1 more. Spinks with the other, and ENCE make it too easy. Deecha, I do apologise. It's the British accent that deceives. I promise. 9 rounds played. And Izako Boars, they've only picked up 2. I do apologise about the Deecha pronunciation. It will be fixed, don't you worry. Snappy. Flashbang out towards the middle, gonna try and flood off of the angle. Mono at least gonna continue to hold it. It's only a scout. As now. Door swings wide, connector opened. The peek coming in from Shui. And now, this could be detrimental. They might just know that it's going to be A. All 5 players flooded towards the long angle. They've got 1 player towards Party, and that is it. Mono going to peek on up. Doesn't spot the man the first time. The question is, will he spot him the second? If he goes for this re-peek, he is going to spot the man, and that might cost them. Because Mono might not want to re-peek. Oh my goodness, Alu! Unreal shot, mid-air Mono. Needle in a haystack, and somehow the Finnish AWP still finds it. Izako Boars the man down. Deagle spam coming on through. Doto to half health. Will find 1. Shubi at least with a trade. And now Izako Boars with an opportunity. Deecha there to shut it down once again. Shubi and Shane, the last 2 men remaining as Spinks finds 1. The AWP alone. 1 versus 4. Does find the first. Needs to find more, but Snappy there with the kill. Very well played. We're 10 rounds in, and ENCE have secured themselves the half off of the back of it. It's 8-2. As now. It is Spinks to find the first. Shui dropped to the floor immediately. Aggression, Snappy does not find anything. Deecha at least with a trade. Alu, AWP once again. This man is unbelievable. He might just be the Finnish meme, but when he turns up onto a server, he demolishes. Bomb gonna go down. Mono might just spam on through. Will not. Alu peeks. It forces Spinks to swing. And while he does find it, the AWP is finally removed from the round, but it's a 1 versus 2. Stomp alone. Everything to do in this round as the bomb continues to tick on down. Stomp, no time. ENCE find 9. And if I could sum this game up in 1 word so far, it would be convincing. Bomb detonates. And ENCE have extended their lead. Not only to 9, but they have 7 rounds over that of the Polish side. And on CT's side, that has got a sting for Izako Boars. And now, back into the action. Round 12 commences. Izako Boars not in a great place financially. And that will affect them. They will be on, I guess, a half buy in this scenario. And Mono actually picking up the first kill. Drops the player towards party. And that's given them a little bit of a leeway, a passageway back into this game. At least into the round. Flashbang goes on through. The one and only will swing. Or Toal. For those that don't know, it is an acronym of the one and only. So if you hear me saying it a lot, it's the player within the server. I'm not trying to hype up the player particularly. For the time being though. 50 seconds on the clock. Izako Boars using the majority of their utility now. Stomp has got a smoke still, and that could cause a little bit of a flush out. The choke point, but the one and only has delivered. The Desert Eagle decapitation as he finds a second. No way is he going to find Alu as well. He decides against it. Opts against going for more. And Snappy is alongside his Orpa. And they've got 30 seconds to try and make the magic happen. The damage continuing to be done. Shane is going to swing. Unfortunately, nothing to be found. And with 20 seconds on the clock, ENCE make a difficult decision. And it will be that they have to save. ENCE drop their third. But does it really matter? Even if this goes 9-6 and ENCE win the pistol, I could see this game being done. Counter-terrorists win. As Izako Boars will win that round by time. Snappy has enough to drop. And so does Alu. Considering they obviously both have invested. That could go over to Doto and of course, well, I would say Dika, but at the same time, it's not exactly needed. And hence, I think this is a well thought out timeout. Izako Boars haven't called one out yet, and I do agree. I don't think they needed one. They had a streak of loss from rounds 3 to 7, but as soon as they hit round 8, they won, dropped a couple more, and that's their third round on the board just then. And of course, for ENCE now, they're in a bit of a tricky situation. The money isn't great. Their loss bonus isn't going to be good either. They're going to be on a 1-round loss bonus. And so that's $2,400 if I'm not mistaken. So realistically out of this round, best case scenario, if they do lose this round, is that they'd need a bomb plant. And even then, that is a big ask. Because Izako Boars have got a full buy. And that could cause problems. Different assortment of weapons in the mix. And now. It will be ENCE that go towards A majoritatively. Smoke going to be deployed, of course. Molotov towards Divider once again. As they look out towards A, but B actually has some sort of contestation to it. The default from ENCE working patiently but cleverly. Stomp. This angle timing. Alu, had he have gave it an extra 15 seconds, I think Alu would have peaked this. And now. As time winds down, ENCE have 47 seconds to pull the trigger and make their move. And by the looks of things, with that B kill, they could be looking towards B, quite honestly. As now, smoke going to be deployed, of course, re-smoking Monster. Stop, and Shane find one apiece. No way to Shane find a second. He aggresses, and that's going to cost him his life. He falls through the smoke and fumbles it. At least Mono there to try and clean things up. He does find two. Shuey, the step has made noise, but Azhalu picks up on it. I don't think he has, because Shuey swung. And I said best case scenario if they lost the round is that they get the bomb plant, and they get exactly that. Big damage done to the economy. But Izako Boars pick up their fourth in the penultimate round. Looking grand. And Izako Boars, I told you, don't sleep on this team. Because while ENCE took a huge lead, and while we were all on the ENCE train, Izako Boars, they have every opportunity to come back into this. You've got to realise, yes, ENCE had a good T-half, but there's no saying no to the fact that Izako Boars could have the exact same half themselves. No matter the scoreline, they could replicate that. As Big swings wide, and Shuey wins the first duel. Snappy at least there with the trade. The 1-for-1 is perfect. And now it falls to a 4 versus 4, and that's heavily going to benefit the ENCE side. They needed that opener. Swings out. It's the one and only missed opportunity, and Doto's going to punish him for it. Izako Boars the man down. They are going to throw the smoke, deploy the flashbang on out as well, try and flood ENCE off of any opportunity. Shane is at least going to go for the peak, and in fact, Snappy is going to get taken down. Doto, oh, step. Shane, will he have heard this? He should have. He would have spotted that as well. Aggressing out towards B. Does spot out the man. The tap isn't going to convert. Both players low HP. The grenade is going to send him even lower, but he's still within the picture as Stomp picks up one. The AWP striking again. Doto and Alu. 2 versus 3. Shots continue to rattle the B bomb site. The question is, can they find it? Well, they found one. Doto, 1 versus 3. And while he did pick up one, the second is going to be too overwhelming. 9-5. Well, sorry, Snow speaks Snow, but the score is 9-5. As we now look into the last round of the first half. And ENCE, don't sleep on this team. This smoke, inventive. Of course, deep smoke. Try and flood the people, or rather anyone off the angle. When I say the people, I mean ENCE. Flashbang, Doto, would he have been spotted by the jump spot? Maybe just. The Molotov is going to be deployed, and so I can only guess that it did. Flashbang. Oh, the first lineup's there. The one and only delivering. Shane with another. ENCE crumble. In a 3 versus 5, it will be decimated and down to 2. The one and only tag to low HP. Shane is going to drop one and Chewy with the other. The flawless 6th round for Izako Boars. Half time. This is looking good. Back in the action we go. ENCE now on the CT side. This is going to be the important round. ENCE win this, they get to double digits. And that is huge. To get it inside 16 as well would be monumental. Snappy gonna go for the peak, does spot out the man, but the question is, did he spot out the second that was within the angle? As now, Snappy turns away, finds the headshot though. That's huge, and he finds a second. There's no way that should be allowed as ENCE, they have a gateway, but at the same time, Izako Boars have swarmed on towards the B bomb site. The one and only is going to pump in those digits, get that bomb down. This is big. Izako Boars money in their pockets, but the question is, can they hold on? Mono spotted out, and he will be swiftly taken care of. At least they should be. for the time being. Shot's going to continue to rattle on off. Every player swarming right now. Shane with one, Mono with the other. Alu going to pick up the pieces. 1 versus 3 has turned into 1 versus 2, but Snappy with the quadra kill. Very well played. ENCE find 10. But crucially, Izako Boars have found themselves a bomb plant.
Counter-terrorists win.
And that's going to put them in a great financial position. In fact, nearly equaling the economy of ENCE. As you look at the kills right now, Alu top fragging 17 and 7. The man on screen right now on a mission. As he peeks on up, will he catch the man out towards A? I don't think he has. Dika gonna take some early nade damage. Same with Doto. The swing goes wide, and in fact, ENCE land themselves a man down. Happy is gonna be quick to find the return, the response through the smoke, in fact. It's now grenade. Will be rattled on off again. ENCE the man, or rather, I would say the man down, but it was the trade from Snappy through the smoke. And so it is a 4 versus 4. HP actually slightly favouring that of the Izako Boars, and considering they have 2 AK-47s, could be crucial. Guns down the first. It's Spinks that delivers the man advantage. The AK's out towards B. Shui is going to be spotted out in the position. Flashbang goes high over towards the angle of B. Shui going to continue to aggress. Spots the man out towards heaven. Izako Boars look to cower behind possible angles as Stomp. He'll look for the kill towards A. Spinks lightning fast. 2 versus 3. Mono at least going to bounce back with one of his own. 30 seconds on the clock. Mono going to finally pump in those digits. It is going to be B. Of course. Let's continue to rattle on off. Mono with one, Shui with the other. Dika, while he does find Shui, Mono silencing the ENCE side. It is going to be the second round of this half on the board, but it's for Izako Boars. As we head into round 18. Very slow start. Now, Izako Boars going to play passive to run boost. Doto going to get across to the other side. Izako Boars, I don't think they'd have spotted it out just yet. They are going to pull the trigger though. Flashbangs on out. Doto drops. Shui one. Dika. Nice shot. CZ finds 2. Stomp and Shade with 1 apiece though. And it will fall to a 3 versus 2. And the last 2 players on ENCE towards A. This is going to be a harsh retake. Bomb ticking down. Continuing. Shane finds 1. Spinks the last man remaining. The bomb is well and truly too far ticked. He will do some damage if he can find a second shot here. It could have ended his life, unfortunately. The bomb will not do that. As it detonates, Spinks will just be looking to try and do some damage, but nothing to be made of it. Izako Boars, at least in this half, are 2-1 up, but they've still got a monumental comeback ahead of them. But the time being, though, it's looking good. Talk about an intense game. And it's on ENCE's debut. On his first game. Or rather, their first game. Flashbang on out. Stomp gonna try and nail the first. Unfortunately, ENCE are gonna duck away from the angle. Dihar with one. Stomp is gonna find one more within the Molotov, but it will not matter. And it's a slaughter. Izako Boars find 9. You blink and you miss it. As now, we're heading to round 20. The question is, can Izako Boars level things out, or will ENCE continue to take the lead? And Dihar, lovely boost. Chain caught out. ENCE found themselves the early man advantage. Shui continues to gun down Dihar. Unfortunately, they won't find a thing. Tara actually going to drop Dihar. Mono going to find one more. Spinks with a quick trade. You blink and you miss it. There's already been 3 kills on the Izako Boars side, 2 of which are on the ENCE as well. Already after lobby decimated. And you look right now, the remaining 2 of the Izako Boars players will be looking towards A. One minute on the clock. Time continues to tick down. ENCE. Scary situation. If Snappy can find this kill, it could have been in the bag, but it isn't. Spinks with a trade, however, and that might just be good enough. Stomp's going to swing wide towards long. Missed opportunity because Spinks has nailed it. It's 11th for ENCE, and Spinks is the only man that could have done it. And he does so effortlessly. And there will be an Izako Boars timeout. And the usage of timeouts has been great so far. I think that both teams have only called one as of yet. As now. Head back into the action. 20 rounds played. ENCE, they're winning their map, but it's only just right now. The question is, can they continue to convince us? This is their opportunity to do so. ENCE up by 2. Spink's going to make his way actually towards party. Flashbang goes high. Shui, is he going to catch off Spinks? There's no one holding the angle. If he swings close, it could be a big kill. In fact, there is. I didn't even spot out the man, and of course, none other than Ali with the AWP. The flashbang is perfect. It flashes Shui to the right, and it's right into the crosshair of Spinks. ENCE the man up once again. And with 54 seconds on the clock, Izako Boars are going to have to go for their move quite quickly. Spinks swings wide. Toal spots him out. Does find the dink. No conversion. AWP missed shot. Spinks will get more than he deserves as he finds himself a second. Shane at least going to find D-Hut. And it's a 2 versus 2. Or rather, 3 versus 3, excuse me, because Mono's found Snappy. Was meant to say 2 for 2. As now. Nice shot, Doto, and he finds the second. Effortless as Spinks cleans up. ENCE make it 12. Izako Boars trailing with 9. And that's reset the Polish economy quite substantially. Get a replay, and I'm guessing it's of the 2 M4 kills, and damn straight it is, because Doto on fire. Very well played. Question is, though, can they tip them over the finish line? ENCE have got every opportunity to. They've got all the right tools. As now the pistols are going to try and make work. At least some damage. Spinks has lined up the first. D-Hut knows that the door swung wide open. He's going to try and do some damage. Grenade might do the job quite nicely. Players given time to back away. That's what the MP9 does do some damage. It will not convert. Finally it does, and it's through the smoke. Toao dropped to the floor. Dug 6 feet under. It is Spinks that finds a headshot onto Stomp, and it's only Shane alone. 1 versus 5, and even then, he can't make it work. Will not make it happen, and with that, it looks to be 2 grand. We now jump into the action once again. Round 23. Grenade landing. The question is, can ENCE find 14? Well, Toao's found 1 through the smoke. Oto swiftly dropped to the floor. The grenade isn't going to do much. Flashbang goes high. Alu forced away from the angle, holding the wrong place. Wilbury peek, spots out the man. Doesn't convert quite just yet as Shuey faces right into the jaws. And the finish AWP levels things out once again. $50 seconds on the clock. Spinks decapitates Mono towards Connector. Izako Boars whittled down to just 3. Alu jump spots. And of course he hits the shot. What man would you know to hit the shot other than Alu? Stomp at least going to take him out of the equation, and it's given Izako Boars a greater chance. The swings come out towards Stomp. The question is, will they spot out the man towards Carl? They will not. Spinks to find 1. Stomp running away. You're going to grab the bomb, but with 20 seconds in a 1 versus 3, it's going to be a daunting challenge ahead. A man with only 8 kills so far needs to make it at least 11. Unfortunately, he won't even make it 9. Round 23 falls in favour of ENCE. Of course, the game's not over until it is over. But this looks like it's going to sting. The penultimate round, quite arguably. Izako Boars on an eco. They're playing for overtime. And Spinks won't just be able to catch out the man. Does spot out 1. UG in hand. Oh, he isn't even able to find anything. The one and only has delivered. Flashbang goes high. Alu now with a daunting task ahead of him as he lines up 1. Backs away. Finds the second. No Alu. He's denied of the third, but he's done enough damage. Toao, the last man remaining within the picture. Org in hand, and he won't even be allowed 1. ENCE make it map point. 15-9. And while I have this moment, may I remind you, our partners at Gamdom. Where's a better place to get snowed in than our great partners over at Gamdom, with plenty of different games like Slots and Crash to keep you entertained? There is so much to offer. If you prefer watching the action, Gamdom also offers match betting to earn cash on all your favourite teams, with great rewards, cash back, rake back, periodical free coins with Gamdom's rain feature, and their new King of the Hill events. Gamdom is the place to be. Sign up with code TEB on Gamdom.com or go to Gamdom.com/r/TEB. Round 25, and it might just be our last. He's done overpass. Should be there to deny. Might be able to find another. Spinks at least going to find a trade. Somehow edging on through. The bait and switch works perfectly. Snappy going to get caught out in the open, but he somehow finds the kill. 3 versus 3. And Izako Boars, they've got a daunting task ahead of them. As Shane does find Doto. 2 M4s. He gone out. Oh, Snappy. Not going to check behind him. He might have just heard him, though. And as Doto aggresses... Oh, sorry. As Toao aggresses towards A, it might just be suspected that they will go towards A, and Dika might have just read into this perfectly. But Shane is planting the bomb on B. Shots rattling off Shane to find a headshot. Dika dropped. Dug 6 feet under. Buried. Cremated. Sent goodbye. Whatever it may be. And Izako Boars aim for double digits, and they've done so with perfection. As the bomb continues to tick on down Izako Boars, they will find 10. Five rounds to go to even push map 1 to overtime. ENCE, they should be able to close it out. And this might just be their first chance of a few. As they invest once again, Alu, AWP. Aggression comes on through. Doto might just lob a grenade. Might not. In fact, he's going to get aggressed upon. The one and only has found the first. Flashbang hits him right in the flesh, but the one and only has in fact found the second. Molotov going to be deployed as well, and that's going to cut off rotation as Izako Boars shaping up for 11. Alu is going to find one, and it's not over just yet. Izako Boars a glimmer of hope, but they're peeking one by one. Alu going to be taken down from behind. Motto with the AK-47. As the digits will be pumped into the bomb once again. Izako Boars are the man up. 2 M4A4s is all that they've got going for them. The question is, can they convert? Shots on. They spy out the map towards sight. They now know that they're both towards heaven. Izako Boars, there's no need to aggress. Spinks with a flash and a kit. D-Hot only with a kit. Flashbang being used. They have caught out the AWP. Now hold on a second, because D has got a smoke as well, and he's used it on the bomb. It's over. ENCE have found 16, and it's in a great fashion, a spectacular one at that. They make a statement on overpass, but the question is, can they do the same again? Can they deliver on map 2 of Train? It's Izako Boars' map pick. We're going to jump to a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We're back with map 2 in just a second. Welcome back, everyone. Map 2 underway. ENCE versus Izako Boars. We're on train, of course. It's where things are getting spicy. ENCE took home their map pick of Overpass, but the question is, can they close this series out 2-0? They're starting on the CT side. Izako Boars are going to be looking towards B right now, as they anticipate the push. Arlu could just be the man, but the grenade could do big damage, and it does so. The one and only Stomp dropped to low HP, but the first blood falls in favour of Izako Boars. Spinks with the CZ75 once again chiming in with more. Mono going to take some fall damage. Spinks up close. Shane and Mono going to find one apiece, and it's crumbling. ENCE reduced to just one. It's Doto. 1 versus 3. Bomb going down. He's able to find the tag. Oh, Doto. That's a good start. Needs to find 2 more, though. Spots out the second. Got the kit in hand. And this is winnable. Both players are going to be quite low. Toao 1 shot to the USP to the body, I do believe. Mono a little higher. But hold on a second. Because he's only gone and done it. It's Doto. It's 3. And it's ENCE to find the pistol. What a round. What a way to start things off. ENCE 1. Izako Boars 0. Doto is a beast, and you best believe we've got the replay for it. Spots out the first. That shot, ridiculous. This second shot, okay, fair enough. Not bad. This third shot, though. Hold your phones. Toe out, trying to outsmart Doto. You cannot outsmart the beast. Izako Boars, they're going to take a timeout on the pistol. As the second round commences. We jump into the action once more. Izako Boars have forced. Things have taken a very slow turn from the get-go. It's Arlu to find the first. The second by Spinks. And Arlu's found a third. And in fact, Dika with the fourth. Izako Boars crumbled again. Reduced to a pulp. As the scout shot rattles on off towards upper. Stomp. Only will try and claim 1 soul. He will in the end, actually. Spinks fallen. That's a nasty shot. ENCE 2-0. The question is, can they pursue it? Can they continue? Can they uphold their unbeaten streak? 0-0 in the Swiss stage. And while they are the map up, there's still a hell of a way to go. Molotov towards Ivy. Snappy going to get up close and personal. Flashbang unsuccessful. The second read into perfectly. Snappy's found 2. The MP9 towards Ivy. He's done his job. Dika going to find... Whoa, excuse me. What was that shot from Arlu? Unbelievable. Nails him through the smoke. Didn't even see him. And now Izako Boars can invest. This is going to be the true test. If ENCE win this round, it's 5-0. Because of course they're going to have to eco the next. They have no money to bring into the next round. As now, delve into round 4. Smoke deployed. Aggression towards main. This is real. This could be really good. Dika dropping the smoke towards main, and it forces them away. Shuey has got control of Pop, and that molly is cheeky. Snuck behind the smoke. And it flushes the man out the angle, but Shuey has flushed the man out completely. Snappy dropped to the floor. Diha is going to find not even the second. It's Shuey to find the pieces. Try and pick up this round for Izako Boars. Enter 3-0, but they're enough 2 versus 4. Molotovs everywhere. Spinks holding the angle. But what a better man, or what a better duo to have in this scenario than Alu and Spinks. A god tier rifler alongside the AWP. I've hyped them up too much. Within a second of me explaining how good this duo could have been in that clutch scenario, they're eliminated from the round. The reinvestment, of course, will come through. Alu insta-buying the AWP once again. And of course, being Izako's map pick, they will be trying to cruise their way into map 3. At the same time, ENCE have looked very strong, and Alu's picked up the first. The AWP has found its mark once again. Shuey dropped in the early stages. And Shane, he's going to find a trade. It's a late one, but Doto dropped dead. The grenade from Alu has found himself his second. All the kills so far lining up with the AWP. Snappy swings wide. It's 3 players towards Ivy. He had spotted the 2 close and he didn't get shot by either of them because both of them were turned away. And ENCE quickly realised this. All 3 are towards Ivy. The information is critical. Dika holding the angle. Molotov going to be dropped out towards Hell. That allows the one and only to swing. Will he go for seconds? He will. Dika there to pick up the pieces. The second denied of the third. The one and only to deny. But the AWP on Alu has made ENCE find their fourth. And it's reset the Izako Boars side. Majoritively speaking, they do have money to invest. They have the AKs under their grasp if they so wish to. It's after this round is going to be the concern. It's after this round that the money on the Izako Boars side is going to sting. And obviously we run the prediction, or rather I run the prediction at the start of the game. You could have betted your channel points, your TB points, on who was going to take home map 2. 65% of the points lied in favour of ENCE. 57 people reckon ENCE, 18 of which reckon Izako Boars. And right now it seems like the majority of the predictors have guessed correctly. But of course there's a way for Izako Boars to sneak in rounds. As we come to a grinding halt, Izako Boars playing this smart, playing this slow, but in fact ENCE found themselves pop control. Now this is crucial. It could be the start of their entryway back into this round. And Spinks, while he's found the dink, it's going to force Izako Boars to look elsewhere. Doto's going to hear the noise. They might just drop in towards Pop. If they do, caught out the spams there, either side doing damage, but Izako Boars have pushed out more than they've taken. Smoke going to be deployed towards Pop Dog. This now, oh, the positioning. Shane, look at his angle. Oh, it's too smart. Dika spots it. Snappy with a quick kill. The double setups work well so far. Doto going to try and rattle off a couple of shots. Snappy with one spin. Going to hold the man. We'll find a kill. Mono's found his way back into the round, though. And this duo I was hyping up seconds ago are in the same situation, but the odds are even. 2 versus 2. Ollie sneaking his way on forward. Tags up. Big shot. Finds the flick. Big kill to start off. Mono alone, but both players low HP. Olu going to try and sink a nade in. And it's done at least 4/10 of the health, 2/5. He's dropped to 60. Mono swings. Alu up top, and Alu's sunk in the kill from downtown. ENCE have found 5.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And if only we could hear the MVP music. The easy for ENCE once again. Gone but never forgotten. The dream run to be finalists in a major. But they're back. A new roster, new beginning, new founding. All in the hands of Arlu. And it's worked so well so far. They're up 5-1. But the question is, can they continue that? Can they pursue that victory? And while we have this moment, of course, to realise the strength that ENCE have. Arlu, 6 rounds, 9 kills. Yet again, top fragging for the ENCE side. On map 1, I do believe it was Spinks actually to take the top spot though. So we'll have to wait and see. Molotov out towards back green. Will flush Arlu momentarily off the back green angle, but already ENCE, they're going to patch up the holes that Izako Boars are trying to create. Mono towards Ivy. Slow start again. Izako Boars taking their time. Explosion towards B. At least some damage is going to be made, but the Alpha Bomb site is going to be the one under threat. As the one and only aggresses on forward once again. Pass, but they now know that he's in the sandwich area. They're going to hear the grenade pin being pulled. Molotov's being deployed. And oh, the one and only opening things up. But it's Snappy with the AWP. Dika falls to at least the ex-heroic player to try and deliver the goods, at least as he continues to try and tap on down some of these players. Arlu just going to take a ridiculous Desert Eagle shot to the head and hold the phone. Hold out a second. Izako Boars have found themselves the man up. An AWP and an M4. Spinks again. The B anchor rotating in from connector. Snappy, will he hold towards Ivy though? As they aggress on forward, I don't even think they're going to go for it. And they won't. They're going to back away. ENCE are willing to give up a second. And in fact, nice shot, Snappy. He's going to pick up one. He's going to try and cross on over, but Izako Boars wipe them out. Second round, but more importantly, the economy is not too great. ENCE. They are in a bit of a pickle. They will invest in this round, of course. And now. 1 minute and 20. Izako Boars once again playing things slow. No need for them to take this aggressively. Chewie gonna blast out the windows. And now they look to set up possibly towards A. The triple stack towards Ivy, so the A-Wrap most certainly will be in full effect. Passive. Very slow approach. Shots rattle on out. In fact, Snappy finds 2. That's huge with the Desert Eagle. Will re-aggress if he finds the 3rd. He will not. That could have been amazing. Doto with a quick kill, and Izako Boars turned on its head. Unbelievable double with the Desert Eagle. And it's led to success time and time again. Dika through the smoke, and Spinks with another. ENCE make it work. They trade force by rounds. Get a load of this replay. Snappy, holding patiently the lineup. It's so effective. They walk right into the guillotine. Unfortunately, he won't find the third, but the kill towards Pop Dog really sunk in that round. ENCE 6 is Izako Boars 2. And this is becoming very ropey for Izako Boars. Spam on through, Spinks finds the first, wants out the second, will not convert, Stomp with a quick kill, and now the aggression towards B will come on through, Stomp with the second however, and he might even be able to find the third, it's Mono to find it, Arlu with the AWP will quickly try and pull back the numbers, but ENCE scramble desperately, grenade, oh my god, Stomp, how is he alive? That time it connects and it's Snappy to deliver, bomb dropped, I realise this, Toao gonna gun down Alu from the back, and Snappy 1 versus 2. Will he expect both players to be flanking though? He's gonna try and check the angle. Oh my god, it's all about timing. Spots out the man, and Izako Boars find it. Back and forth round again. As right now, adrenaline will be kicking in for both of these teams. If it wasn't already, after the 16-10 on overpass, it most certainly will be now. Stomp opening things up. Nice shot, Shane to find it. And of course, it's a 3 versus 5. Big predicament. Well, they're whittled down to just 3. They can still make it work. 2 Desert Eagles and a Scout could be an unstoppable force. Desert Eagle gonna try and rattle off a couple of shots. The Scout again gonna try and connect. He's gonna be jiggling between lower heaven and heaven. Shane gonna drop him. And Stomp finds 1 from behind. 1 versus 5. We'll find the first, but I think it's only going to be only the 1, excuse me, of the 5 that he'd need to get. Auto shotgun. Ooh, might just eat it. But the 1 and only will deliver. Izako Boars find 4. As we head into round 11. ENCE 6 is Izako Boars 4. ENCE have done a good job, but of course being on the CT side, it is statistically the easier side to play. Aggression. Shane to find 1. Pop Dog caught out as well as Shane finds the second. Snappy. Gonna look towards Pop. Will pop right into the crosshair. They will find 3, and Shui has just lined them all up. Izako Boars make 5. Molotov. Will be deployed. Stomp gonna rattle off a shot towards Ivy. Will be unsuccessful. Should be to find the first, but it's at the cost of 98 health. 1 and only down 8 HP as well. Arlu M4 A4 in hand. We'll spot out the first. Our observer doing a brilliant job at showing us the X-rays at the perfect times, or rather the lack of them. Now things are level. Oh, that dink. Eat the bullet to the face as Toao drops a half. Doto finding himself a kill, actually pushing Pop Dog, and that's warranted a rotation of some sort. Izako Boars have to go B because they have no control. And Spinks will gun him down. The aggression capitalized upon. 2 versus 4. ENCE looking sharp for 7. As time continues to tick on down, Dika will find one more. Stomp. Drop to the floor as well. It's Alu to pick up the pieces as ENCE finds 7. Jump into the action. Round 13. Doto spots out the man. Damage done, no conversion just yet. Shots rattle on out. Either way, substantial damage done. Double stack towards Pop, and it might just work out. My question is, are they going to throw Pop control on? They are. The rock one in. Shane does find one. No trade either. Dika. Unfortunate. Unfortunate to say the least. 5 versus 4. Izako Boars the man up. And they will aggress towards B. They're going to hit the steps. Spink's going to swing. Does find the first. We'll need to find more. Shane to deny. And Alu, back of B. Back to back. Needs to find something. As he will leg. Oh, he won't even find the leg. Excuse me. It looked like he did, but missed shot. Unsuccessful attempt. Flashbangs will go out. Alu, great movement. The flashbang goes high. Snappy with one. Alu still on the top of the bomb site. Gonna make the jump with Stomp. It warrants a swing. 27 points of health is all that's left remaining. Snappy's found himself 3. Dika will find himself the first. And with that, ENCE find themselves the half at least.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
8-5. And thank you to all the people that are saying that I'm a good caster. I do appreciate the kind words. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about how good I shout at games. It's about how both teams play. And right now, ENCE, they seem to be outclassing the Polish side. The question is, though, can they continue to do it? Can they uphold this? Now. Once again, the Izako Boars side looking to try and find their way back in. Alu, big tag, grenade might finish the job, and it will do so. No, it won't. Oh, in fact, Alu's just shot his teammate in the back. The teammate, though, Shane gonna drop his teammate. This round is messy, but it's worked out at least for the time being. ENCE have found themselves the man up. They've still got the double orb. Doto ready to deploy the Molotov. He will be tagged up and he will run away. A minute left, he'll drop the Molotov to avoid the rush. And that slowed the pace down to a grinding halt. Smoke on out. It will be Alu that finds one. Mono, quick reaction. Will find the trade. 2 versus 3. Low HP on 2 players. Mono's done very well on 1 HP to find himself another. Grenade on in. And it's sunk in deep. And it's perfect. Dink is there. And Spinks finds the kill. Very well played. ENCE find 9. I apologize. The spoilers in the chat, remember you do get banned. And gladly I get the pleasure of doing it. You're here to spoil games. Shut up. Don't spoil it for others. We're all here to watch the game. As now. It will be the cut to find the first. Again, ENCE finding themselves the man advantage. Aggression on down, Shui. While he tries to not make noise, it's Doto that picks up the pieces. Desert Eagle will connect at least a body shot to Dika, but even then it won't do much. Nothing substantial. Doto holding towards Pop, the double drop. He spots out the man. Ooh, big damage done. Flashbang won't do anything either. He's just going to continue to face the angle. He's playing the vertical game, something that players don't enjoy doing usually. And Doto seems to have just done it effortlessly. Big damage done, and he's only taken a quarter of his HP either. Smoke going to be deployed towards lower B. And it will warrant a rotate. Doto finds one while blind. Toal drops to the floor. And it's Mono, the only man within the picture. And it will be Mono to try and pick up the pieces. He does find Doto. And unfortunately, it will be the half ended at 10-5. ENCE made light work. But the question is, can they continue the streak on their T side? We'll find out shortly. As we jump into the action very, very shortly, of course. As we mentioned, the pre-game, where you got to see my ugly face for about 5 minutes. We did mention the fact that, of course, this is a new side of ENCE. We've never seen this team play before. Izako Boars had no clue what ENCE were going to play into them. And they've done so effortlessly. It seems to be that ENCE, they seem to have been thought out. Maybe they've got the maps that they wanted. As we jump into the pistol now. Good cast the next major. I wish, man. ENCE 10, Izako Boars 5. The pistol round in play. The one and only, the only man without armor. He's opted for the smoke and the kit, similarly to that on, of course, Overpass. As once again, 5 versus 5, but this is a crucial one. ENCE, if they win this round, they've secured themselves 12, and that is going to be a hard comeback for Izako Boars. Shui lines up one, will try and line up the second. Dika with the trade, silencing the USP, but Stomp gonna rattle on loud as he's found himself 2. It's a 2 versus 4. Dika, unbelievable movement, has just found himself 1. Mono dinked as well. Now hold the phone. ENCE are in a 2 versus 4. They might be able to do it. Dika's lined up one more. No way is he gonna find it. He's in a 1 versus 2. He's gonna need the ace, and it's designed, or rather denied by Shane. Izako Boars finds 6.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
We jump into the action once again. Grenade deep. Will not land. Doesn't connect. ENCE have invested, of course, once again. Alu sticking to the snipers, but this time it's a scout. Grenade will land on Shuey. Takes him down to around half. And the Tech 9 drop will try and flush out the Izako Boars players to try and be a little more careful, but they've all gone towards upper. Toao, when he spots one, he's going to spot them all. And this is unreal. Look at the stack. Toao finds one, Stomp with another, Toao with his second, and they just tap on down. They tried to be brutal, they tried to be concise with the damage. And Spinks dropped to 12. Does he find the bomb? Shuey from behind. "17 rounds of Counter-Strike have been played. Izako Boars mounting a little comeback. But the question is, can they close out this game? Can ENCE make it 2-0? They've got a 3-round lead on the Izako Boars side. Double nade doesn't land deep. It's quite a shallow set. And Shuey actually going to take a bullet to his side. Going to continue to tap on it down. Shane will find one. The aggression towards Ivy might actually just grab the bomb, and it will do so because Spinks has dropped, and hence they will have no opportunities. Dika, nice shot, great opportunity. Will tap out the man, spots out Doto with a nice shot. Now hold the phone, because while ENCE, well, I was gonna say they had a great chance until Mono delivers the disgusting headshot towards Ivy. And with 55 seconds, ENCE still have a great chance. Dika has got an M4A4 in his hand. And Snappy's found his way down Pop Dog. The pincer play could come in. And Dika doing a great job, not making any noise. And he does so as well down the train. Will make his way onto bomb site. Now, once spotted this out, this could be a bomb plant in ENCE's hands. And that's going to grant them mega cash, but it will not, because he peeks up into the crosshair of Shuey. 25 seconds on the clock, and the Tech 9's got a monumental 1 versus 3. At least he's retrieved the M4. Spots out the first, will gun him down. He's going to have to reload. 15 seconds on the clock. He's going to have to get the bomb as well. Does retrieve it. Shuey swings wide, and Shuey delivers. An 8th on the board for Izako Boars. And as we head into the 19th round, Izako Boars might just have it in them. They might just be sending us to a map 3. And oh, Spinks, hold the phone. He's just rushed on out. The Molotov will connect, and he's going to have to move on up the ladder. It's going to cost him considerable HP. Stomp's just nailed him through the smoke. And already they're the man down. And now, got a bit of a comeback. Shuey's found one more. Flashbang goes wide. Snappy caught blind. And still, they've got a slight chance. A very slight chance. In a 3 versus 5, Dika low HP. It's going to cost them. Snappy's found a swift headshot. It's a 4 versus 3. And as he aggresses towards Ivy, he might be able to catch out a second. If he predicts that, of course, Shane will be on top green, it could be a monumental frag and really could swift ENCE's favours. Well, their favourability to win this round drastically. And oh, while they try the boost, Dika decapitated. Shuey to find one more. Snappy 1 versus 4. Flashbang goes wide. And he's caught blind in the angle. It'll be a 9th for Izako Boars. And they might just have it in them. They might be able to mount just a slight comeback. As we kick things off in round 20. ENCE on a half bite. are going to stay above $2,000 to try and get the money flying for the next. Snappy flashed out, and Shane wins the Angel. Izako Boars up the man once again as Mono lines up 2. I think that was even a 2-for-1 at that, as Shane lines up yet another. Alu with the Desert Eagle is unsuccessful, and things are tied level. ENCE fans, ENCE predictors, ENCE bettors, whoever you may be, you best be careful. Because Izako Boars, they might have just trailed their way into map 3. Now, once again, oh, Alu might have just spied out the man. Big shot, but he's got to run away. Caught lacking, at least in terms of players. He will need assistance, but he's actually found his way away. Oh, no! The block! Stomp got in his way. At least he's able to find the man that killed him. But that could have been bad. Spinks with one more. It's a 3 versus 3. This game is heating up for all the right reasons. Flashbang goes out. Stomp caught blind. Will have to back away from the angle. This is getting entertaining. This is a game you want to watch. As we head into a 3 versus 3, Spinks caught in the open. On top of the train as Dika swings wide. Alu, AWP 1 versus 3 and doesn't even hit the first. It's Izako Boars that take the lead, and it might just be that we head to map 3.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
As ENCE are yet to pick up a T round. They need to find this one. Or at least one, but they've got to do it quick. Because Izako Boars are starting to build a large economy. And that could cost ENCE more rounds. If they win the next 2, that's ENCE, of course. They should have a great chance. As we take a slow turn. Molotov deployed towards Ivy will cut off the push Dika anticipated to gain. Will be unsuccessful, no damage done. Flashbang goes high. And Snappy found his way out. Will he try and swing the smoke though? Stomp holding the boost. And Snappy actually just working his way in the smoke. Stomp realizes, oh, the flick. In fact, Doto with a quick trade. Will they catch out the man towards Heaven? Dika with a quick kill. And it's Shane to at least try and pick up the pieces. They do try and look towards Heaven. And yes, Alu, he has found it. But they've got to be careful of Shui. And in fact, Doto finds the kill. The one and only 1 versus 3 has found the first. Bomb going to get planted. I think he did spot out the man towards top site. But he's got everything to do. He's got a full belt of utility. And he spots out the high HP. Man, oh my god, Spinks. What a flick. What a frag. And I saw someone in chat said I was jinxing ENCE. But that is proof that jinxing does not exist. Because finally they find themselves the round. And it's such a good round to find it in. As the smoke will be deployed towards Sandwich, they'll look towards an A execute. Snappy. He's got to throw some utility with it because Shui's found his way all the way in. And they will throw the Molotov, of course, to deny. Smokes to try and counteract that. Shui might be trying to launch a grenade up, but in fact he's caught a nade to the face. Dropped to half health. Warp shot actually clipping Alu. And that will take him down. 5 versus 4. Shuey gonna try and aggress. The question is, though, will he aggress into the Sarah Snappy? This man, the flashbang's there, and Snappy's found the kill. Beautiful flashbang. Shuey did not know where to aim. He didn't know if he was gonna go back up or if he was gonna go down. And unfortunately, he predicted incorrectly. ENCE with a minute on the clock. We strike the minute mark. And it's a 4 versus 4. Will be noise made towards that. Molotov will be deployed. Spink's quick shot. This man is unreal with rifles. Orb shot from Mono doesn't connect. It's a 3 versus 4 and they've got the double orb retake. This could be crucial to ENCE's success. 30 seconds. Time ticking down. Spink's finally going to pump those digits in. And the bomb goes down. And it sets in the nerves. It's Izako Boars. They've got 35 seconds to tap E on the bomb. And I don't even think they're going to go for it. They've backed away already. The one and only towards CT in back B. And this is over. ENCE have found themselves the lead once again. It's going to be 12. And this is a great save from Izako Boars. A very good one. Because, admittedly, the money isn't too bad. Stom's got enough money to drop an M4. Toel will have enough money to probably drop a FAMAS.
Terrorists win.
And then that could be a full buy for Izako Boars. But the problem is, I think they should eco here. I think they should call a tactical pause first off. And then they should look at ecoing. But they won't. They're going to invest. And I mean, it's a ballsy decision to make. But it might just work out. ENCE might be caught off guard. And ENCE's money isn't looking too grand either. Because of course, if ENCE lose this round, they will have money to reinvest, but it's the same boat as Izako Boars. They lose the next, they'll reset completely. As we head into the 1 minute 30 mark, early door, Snappy, gonna aggress with the Molotov, will try and pick up the kill, and what are ENCE doing? They run right into the guillotine of the one and only. He shuts down all 3 players. ENCE, they tried something fast-paced, and it just will not work out. 2 versus 5. It's shocking. ENCE have just ran into death, certain death. And now they've got to try and pick up the pieces. Fundamentally using those building blocks to build themselves back up into this round. Alu's made his way out towards Ivy. And look, it might just warrant them a kill because Shuey might not expect this. Alu spotted out and he misses the shot. Shuey to drop, Spinks drops. And a flawless round from Izako Boars. That's what they needed because money floods their pockets. And ENCE, they're going to need a timeout and they call it. And of course, we're going to get the replay of that 3K. Snappy aggressive. Fair enough. Pika trying to get the trade. Doto. There is no smoke to counteract that Molotov. And that's going to sting them financially. And they will need to eco. And of course, this is a great time to talk about our sponsors over at Gandam. Plenty of different game modes, of course. Crash, Roulette, all of that to keep you entertained. And of course, on top of that, they have the match betting feature that you can go and spend your money in if you enjoy betting on these games. And of course, they've got awesome rewards. You know, you can use their code TEB. You can use the King of the Hill feature, periodical rain, cashback, rate back, all of the juice to keep you entertained. Make sure to go to gandam.com/TEB or /r/TEB, excuse me. Or use code TEB. Grenade? It's a cool one. I've never seen that line up before. But it has been counteracted quickly by the ventilation system outside Pop Dog. Flashbang on out. Should we going to be caught blind? In fact, Snappy is going to be in the same boat. The swing on wide. Now hold the phone because Doto and Deecha have found one apiece. Or Deecha, excuse me. 2 versus 3 though. It's the one and only. He's gunning down more and more. He's ripping heads from the ENCE side, and he might find a quadra denied by Dika. But it's a 1 versus 3. He's found the first, but he'll be denied of any more. Izako Boars take 13. And ENCE are forced to eco. And they might just take another timeout for it. "26 rounds. ENCE down by 1. Izako Boars, they need to come back into this. And they've done so brilliantly. But can they close this out? ENCE have actually invested fully into this round. Well, I say fully. They've bought a lot more than I'd expected. The one and only making a drop sound. Oh, no. This could be costly. If someone swings right now, it could have been warranting a kill. But they are going to shift on down. And the peak is there. Doto catches out the man. The AK-47 going to try and rifle off a couple of shots. The one and only lines up 1. He is going to drop down off of the angle. But the bomb goes down. And that's huge money. All shot rattles. Spinks finds 1. The Desert Eagle has claimed a soul. But it's going to need to do more than just 1. Grenade on over. Molotov towards Sandwich. Flashbang goes high. Spinks finds another. And hold the phone. He nearly finds a third. Denied. It's the AWP. Stomp is going to find it. Shane with 1 more. And it's the pistols to try and work things out. Try and make things work as Dika finds 1 more. Snappy 1 versus 2. This could be the one. Taps the bomb. Snappy jiggles. Spots the man. In fact, oh no! Snappy. Oh, he's won it! How have ENCE done that? It should not be allowed. Stomp's not got enough time. Bomb detonated. ENCE back in it. 13 all. What on earth just happened? That 1 versus 2. You'll never see that again. Get in. You'll never see this again. A game like this. As we wait. Round 27 underway. Oh, Stomp's found the first. Detrimental. Dents is a push, as it will be Shane that delivers the goods on the second and the third. Dika with a trade. The spam, the tap at least, the tag on Dika as he spots the man towards heaven. Alu 1 versus 3. And he misses the first shot. Had he have hit that, he had a great opportunity, but that's just cost him quite possibly the round as he has to rethink his strategy. As he edges on out. We'll spot the man towards connection. This opportunity once again. Pop dog swing. And ENCE, they are unable to deliver 14. Izako Boars find themselves another. And there will be a timeout, of course. "28 rounds will be played. Izako Boars up by 1, but the question is, can they tip this over the line? Flashes on in. Spinks finds the first. Shubi tries the aggression, and what a crucial round to lose that duel, because now ENCE are on the front foot. Grenade deep. Won't do much. Spinks dropped by 7. And in fact, he's found a tag onto Shane. He might be able to catch up the man as well as he edges up the ladder. And Spinks I talked about him being a god-tier rifler, and while Toel's found one, Snappy's found another. It's back and forth, and ENCE might find their way back into this game because Deka's found one more. Mono 1 versus 3. And the AWP has to be Izako Boars' savior. Because the money on Izako Boars is poor. Horrifically great for ENCE's knowledge. Because they've secured and locked in 14. And ENCE have called another timeout. The IGL, Snappy, using this time to think. Using this time to relax. Tell his team, guys, no need to push. Izako Boars, they take Jules. Yeah, it's not great. But it didn't work out that round, and that was crucial. And ENCE are going to ride off that high, and they're going to try and find themselves map point. And in fact, series point if they do win this round. And meanwhile, Izako Boars that time is used to think. No way are they going to eco for overtime. They are going to eco for overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, it might just go the full 30. It might just go the full distance. And ENCE are going to bomb out towards A. And it's Spinks the man to hold the key. The W key to be precise. As he tries to find his way on out. It is actually ENCE that just make their way on forward. Shane up close to the smoke. Spinks, he will watch the player drop to the floor. Snappy and Spinks find one apiece. Spinks has doubled up. And Deka with the last. You blink and you miss it because ENCE are at map point and series point. And there will be a technical pause. It's not tactical, it's technical. And I'm wondering what the problems are. We'll get some information soon. It's ENCE with a technical pause. That's all we know so far. What an unreal series this has been. And it's going the full distance. It's going the full 30. ENCE 15, Izako Boars 14. Can they tip this over the line? Grenades on out. Spinks finds the first. Stomp with a trade. Mono's found headshots round the board. But it's Snappy that silenced the tongue of one more. 3 versus 3. Low HP on ENCE players. This might just go to overtime. Deka holding the angle, patiently waiting. Spots the man up towards heaven, and that's gifted them an opportunity. A FAMAS and a scout are the only 2 weapons to stop ENCE taking it to 16. And Deka's found the scout, the one and only. He's got to live up to his name. In a 1 versus 3, he's going to look towards Pop. He's going to drop on down, and Doto's found him. ENCE 16, Izako 14. And you thought it could have gone the distance. At any point in that game, you could have sworn Izako Boars were going to take that to map 3. And ENCE pipped them at the post. In a dramatic series, it had everything. It had drama, suspense, kills, individual ability. But it came down to teamwork. And you best believe, statistically, what looked to be one of the best teams in the world right now have just delivered it on a silver platter. 16-14 in the last map. That has got to be one of the most ridiculous best of 3s I've casted. And it only went to 2 maps. ENCE, unreal. But Izako Boars, while I was doing it for the hype, you've got to realise that team is strong. To knock 14 rounds, well, it was their map pick, 88% win rate. You know, it doesn't matter. ENCE, looking in that individual skill, that lineup, unbelievable. Chat. That's all we got time for today. I'll say my goodbyes in chat as well, don't you worry. But thank you everyone so much for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure casting the last game today. Tune back in tomorrow, 9 a.m. CET. We're back live with our second round of the Swiss system. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We're going to throw it to the ad break. We're going to throw it to the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone, once again, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Take care and goodbye.